fellow degens. Welcome to the Pay the Man podcast. Spoiler alert. We provide the worst possible picks on the internet. Featuring your favorite hosts, Jay Grimm and Jay Wiz.
Pay the Man pod. The time has come. Week 1 of the football season is upon us. I'm excited. I already got my.
Just sounds good, dude.
Bro, it sounds phenomenal. I got my location for week 1. You're gonna be joining me. Look at this. Look at this. The Cosmo, nice. The fountain.
One of the biggest attractions in the world.
But it is, bro. It is. It really is. I mean, look, that water's bumping, the music's blasting, people are having a good time down there. That's gonna be us. Thursday, we're gonna fly in, do the Thursday night football game. We're gonna have a good weekend. We got a big slate though. Let's start it out. Thursday night, Buffalo Bills defending.
Can I just say
champs,
something before we
Rams.
jump into the slate?
Go ahead, jump in. Let's see what you got.
So I just a little quick disclaimer. Just a quick disclaimer that I am probably the coldest better that you could probably be. I mean, if I fell off of a boat, I wouldn't hit the water. I am that cold. So everything we say in this episode, take with a grain of salt. I bet the other night the Mets with Max Scherzer on the mound, -1.5 against the Nationals with 4-17, worst starting pitcher in baseball, Patrick Corbin, and the first at bat, Scherzer gives up a home run. But if you didn't see the Appalachian State game, put in the highlights, Appalachian State. I was on Appalachian State. So the LSU game yesterday was on LSU. So it seems like at this point, I don't want to say I'm a mush, but just everything you hear, do what you got to do with that information.
Word on the street is you're an automatic fade this weekend coming up.
So I just want to throw that out there. We're called Pay the Man for a reason. Remember that.
Word on the street, you're getting faded this whole weekend.
But here's the thing: it's football season now. Maybe
right.
things take a turn for the better for
this us. This is where
for me, I don't want to speak for you. But for me, hopefully.
Look, I had a week where I was down early. I lost a couple college football parlays, but then I bounced back with the bread and butter on Saturday night. Oh, actually, it was in the morning. We had a couple
footballs. I mean, I remember when we first started this thing, we said how we don't like to bet Saturdays. You know?
No, I don't like it. The only thing I like on Saturdays is UFC. That's it. That's the only thing I feel successful at lately.
Yeah.
I mean, college football. I bet. I don't even know what it was. Oh, Virginia Tech. Not Virginia. I keep saying Virginia Tech. It was, Penn State versus Pitt. I think I took the dog in that one.
Game. That was another good.
Who was the dog? Penn.
Was it West Virginia?
West Virginia played Penn State. No, West Virginia played Pitt. That's what it was. West Virginia played Pitt. Penn State played Purdue.
Purdue. That was it.
West Virginia was +7.5. I had them, and I had Penn State +3.5. Penn State going on to lose by 4. Heartbreaking start to the college football season.
That was a brutal ending to that game.
And I don't think I'm going to recover from that. But I did like one play, little thing. Bama, -20, Saturday morning, Pacific Standard Coast time, whatever the fuck how you say it. But we'll be there.
Dude, how about Alabama was I think they were 42.5, 6 touchdowns. And I think they won like 55-0.
That's what I mean. These teams like this playing terrible teams, they're gonna fucking cover.
That background looks nice, man. It's gonna be a little tingly.
I might take a dip in the fountain this weekend.
You almost did last time. They have a sign: "Do not sit on the thing." And here comes Jay Grimm. Got to sit on the balcony.
Right. I didn't think I was gonna be back there in the next 6 months. Now I'm back, and we might whoop right in. Look, you know what's funny? Real quick before we get into the slate. There's a couple balconies on the Cosmo. We're in one of them.
Hopefully, yeah.
Wow, I'm excited for that. We're going to get a lot of content from this weekend. A lot of shit going on down there. But look.
Well, let's get into the slate. You're wearing a Rams jersey is that for a reason or is that not?
It is for a reason.
Tate.
Few moments later.
I should do this for a little bit. All right, so what we talking about the Rams game?
Yeah. So look, the jersey is on for a reason. It is a little spoiler of who I'm taking. Give me the Rams plus 2.5. Sprinkle the money line. And we're going to have a great start to this football season. I'll tell you that right now. I love everything about it.
So, see, I'm stuck on this game because it's a game you got to bet
Have to.
as a degenerate because
Have
it's
to.
it's NFL kickoff. It's the first game of the season. But I honestly, like, a part of me says Buffalo wants to make a statement. They're Super Bowl favorites. They got Super Bowl aspirations. They go out, they get Von Miller. They spend big money. And he's actually playing his former team. And if you wanna show you're a Super Bowl team, what's a better way of doing it than going out and beating the Super Bowl champs week 1? You know, and but then on the other hand, Rams are home. Rams are Super Bowl champs. They made some pickups themselves. They lost Von Miller. They got Bobby Wagner. They lost Odell. They got Allen Robinson. They got Sean McVay. The Bills lost Brian Dable, their offensive coordinator last season. How much is that going to factor the offense? Right. So there's a lot of question marks in this game, but it's a great game, and I don't know. I think there's better plays this weekend if you're, a responsible gambler who doesn't have to touch every game and can just enjoy this game as a fan.
Right.
Maybe what's the over-under in this game?
Over-under is 53.
Maybe you just say, give me the over and let's have some fun. Give me some points. But two defenses, I don't know.
I'm going to walk up to that window with my Jared Goff Rams jersey on. And I'm going to tell the guy behind it, give me the Rams money line for 2 Benjis. And we're going to start the weekend off hot.
Here's the other thing with this game is, like, you say it's a big game, but in reality, like, whoever loses this game is going to be fine. They're going to make the playoffs.
Right.
But gut feeling says Buffalo to me. Says it's Buffalo's year. They go out there, they make a statement, and they win this game, by within one possession. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to come down to Josh Allen or Matt Stafford making a play, getting their team into field goal range, kicking a game-winning field goal. My gut tells me Buffalo.
How about the over-under? 53.
53. I'm going to say Buffalo wins 27-24. That's, what is that?
That's 48 plus 3, which is 50.
Is that 51?
Yeah, that's under. That's an under.
Well,
that's you document that one. You save that for the back pocket. All right. You jump into the 1:00 games now. I like that we're split on that. I like that we can discuss and we're split on that. I like it. But here we are.
And I've lost every bit I touched, so good time for you. Right.
I like what I'm hearing. Here we go. 1:00 slate starting out. New Orleans Saints, Atlanta Falcons in their. Well, I'm gonna say the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, not the Superdome. We're gonna take the Saints at a -5.5 line. Over on this 42.5.
Saints -5.5.
Oof. That's a weird game.
For me, I think this got to be. You said Saints are home, right?
Saints are home, yes, sir. No, Falcons home. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They're not in the dome.
Falcon, right? You did say that.
Right.
What do you think about this game?
I mean, right off the bat, after last week's episode when we spoke about the Falcons, I think this could be one of the potential games that they could steal if they get out to a good start at home. That stadium's going to be jumping. I don't know. Mariota's going to get the start. Winston, wow. Like you said, there's going to be a lot of games that we don't have to bet on this week. But if
Right.
I'm gonna take a play in something like this, give me the over 42.5 and let me sprinkle the home dog.
It's a low total.
42.5 and let me
Yeah.
sprinkle the home dog.
Yeah.
That's my analysis on that one.
For me, I'd probably take the Saints in this one. I'd
Let's see.
probably take the Saints. I think the Saints just got more weapons. Winston could showed, yeah, he could lose a game, but he could also win you the game.
Right.
Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas has got to keep on if he's playing or not. Olave, first round pick. I think they have the better defense. Saints could be a sneaky team this year. My big thing is with obviously Sean Payton. He's not going to be there anymore. How this team's going to be handled. But I would just say I think the Saints got more. I think they could probably win by at least a touchdown. But again, my confidence level on this game, week one, you want to bet on teams, what you're getting. You don't really know what you're getting in either one of these teams. A lot of
Exactly.
question marks. Yeah.
How about this one? You're gonna know what you're getting out of these boys. The Niners head over to Chicago as 7-point favorites.
7-point favorites.
Trey
Francisco.
Lance,
Yeah.
down, right. 49ers. Over under's 41. Justin Fields on the other end.
It's a low total as well. I mean, they're thinking probably the Bears put up less than a touchdown.
Yeah, probably. I'll take the Niners on the spread. I like that. I think Trey Lance is gonna have a great season.
That's probably one of the best plays of the week, to be honest. I mean, we said it in our preview episode. I think the Bears are going to be one of the worst 3 teams in the league this year. Their offensive line's a mess. Their whole offense is a mess. Whether it's Trey Lance, Jimmy G, or Ben DiNucci at quarterback, I really don't think it matters. I think the 49ers are going to – maybe it starts out close, but I think eventually they open up the floodgates in this one.
We have what is the fucking gymnasium going on upstairs? Jesus. We can also tease that game if we have the option to do that. I don't hate
now you're talking my speed.
Now we can tease something a little bit and we get it going.
You know who you're teasing them with, or you're going with the flow here. You're going game by game.
I just marked it down. I got a star next to it.
I saw you were.
I was looking for a pen. I want to get this down because I like writing shit down. You know how I am.
But definitely, I agree. The 49ers.
Perfect. Now we head over to Cincinnati. They're taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cincinnati is -6.5. Over under is 44. These spreads are really getting me excited.
So I got Cincinnati to win the division in one of my future parlays. I got to go Cincinnati here. I just think offensively, like we talked about, I think their offense that was great last year, I think is only going to improve with an improved offensive line. Pittsburgh's got a lot of question marks. Who's their starter?
They just announced the depth chart just came out today. ESPN just put it out. Starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers is Mitchell Trubisky.
To not even pick. Yeah. So I definitely think. I do think Pittsburgh might, be better than we think they're going to be. I feel like they're always, a competitive team, especially with Mike Tomlin over there.
Their defense is very, very well.
Their defense is good, but I just think eventually, I don't know if they're going to be able to put enough points to compete.
I can agree. I think maybe give me the under in this game, I think, is what I'm liking. We got Bengals under 44 points. In my opinion,
you're taking an under.
I think. Wait, it's just going out there because now we tease things together, we work things around.
Under.
It's the Steelers defense going up against. I don't know. 44. We'll see. We'll jump back to it. Next 1:00 game is the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Jared Goff-led Detroit Lions. Eagles are going into enemy territory, laying 4 points.
Eagles -4 against Detroit.
Yes, sir.
I think Philly's got to be the pick here, right?
This game seemed like one of those little trap games that we call a little trap game for me here. I'm gonna take Lions plus four at home, week 1. They finished the year very well. Goff, St. Brown, Swift. Things are gonna come back into motion for this Detroit Lions football team.
Sounds like someone's been watching their Hard Knocks.
Maybe. I'm not gonna lie and say I watched all of them, but maybe I'm dabbling a little bit. I think week 1 in Detroit is gonna be electric.
Well, you know what I was thinking is like there's going to be an upset. There's always
Right.
a early survivor pool bust. So my gut would, not my gut, but just my brain would tell me Philly. I think they're obviously improved. We said we think they could win the division.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think this could be one of those week 1 upsets.
That line is very scary right now for me to even look at.
It does seem like a could be a trap line.
That's all. We're heading into the AFC East, where the New England Patriots take on the Miami Dolphins in Miami, -3.
To me, this is Miami.
Miami -3.
For sure. And I'm not much of a Tua guy, but I just think this is more of the Pats regressing. I don't know if I'm really a Mac Jones believer. I know Bill Belichick really made it work last year, but I don't believe in their offensive talent. I just think they're not going to be as good as they were last year. And I think the Dolphins obviously got, made a lot of upgrades. I think, and historically, the past couple of years, Miami's done well against the Pats, and I think they start off 1-0.
Hard Rock Stadium, Dolphins, new look offense. Tua might sling the ball around the yard. But I'm going to add this to the 49ers game. We might tease this a little bit because there's something going on here with this Patriots team. I might
feel like you have something big coming, like a big parlay or something brewing.
There's something brewing in my head right now that's dangerous. There's not, when it's going to be locked in?
Right behind you.
Right, in that level. Yeah, over here
in the water.
Well, no, I'm talking maybe in the hotel, maybe in the casino area.
All right,
but that could be teased. I'm a Mac Jones guy. I feel like that's typical of me. I love him. Not love, but I like the way he plays football. I think he's going to do good this year.
So you got the Pats?
I have the Pats +3. 10 tees with the Niners. Something going on in that realm.
Okay.
Now we head over to East Rutherford, New Jersey, where the Jets take on the Ravens. Baltimore's coming in, laying 7.
I get it 7.
Zach Wilson
might play, right?
Might play. Does that change the thought process going in?
There's a lot going through my head. Well, first I think of Flacco, Wilson.
That's exactly what was saying.
Former team. I would say Baltimore. The Jets could be better, sure, but they're still the Jets, and until they prove otherwise, you bet against them. And
Right.
Baltimore is going to be better than they were last year. They got destroyed with injuries. They're going to be better defensively. They have to be better defensively. This is a big game for them. I think they go out there and make a statement against the Jets.
I can agree.
Yeah.
I think there's really not much to say about this. Lamar Jackson is going to be the best player on the field. And I think that the Ravens are going to stomp into Jersey and handle business and then head back down to D-Moore.
What's the over-under?
44.5.
44.5. Yeah. I don't bet. I don't like betting the unders. I don't like watching the game and not rooting for points. I would probably lean under on that game.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Let's jump to this one. This is a weird one. Jacksonville Jaguars, Washington Commanders. Washington's home, -3. Over-unders 44. I don't even know where to start with this one.
Washington -3?
Correct.
I'm
I don't know where to begin.
So
Carson Wentz debut in the Washington
Carson
area.
Wentz's debut. Um, do we think Jacksonville's going to be better than they were last year? I think they have to. They have a new coach. I mean, I think Trevor Lawrence is better than what he showed last year. But I think, like we said in our preview episode, I think Washington can be one of those teams that, because every year it happens, is there's a surprise team that ends up making the wild card, or fighting for a playoff spot. And I think Washington, maybe the Saints, one of those teams I could see being one of those surprise NFC teams. So I would probably lean Washington -3. I just think they probably have the better roster right now. Than Jacksonville does have.
It's such a weird game.
Because I could see Jacksonville's got a pretty good defense. But I'd probably go Washington. Yeah, I'd probably go Washington here.
I'm not even gonna write this game down on a piece of paper.
Yeah, this is probably stay away from.
I'm gonna jump right over that one, and I'm gonna head to the game of the week.
And see, that's okay. That's
responsible of me.
Right.
But now we're jumping to the game of the week. We're going down to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Bank of America Stadium, where Baker's revenge game is happening. It's the Panthers taking on the Browns, and the Panthers laying 2.5. I want all of it. I want every part of the 2.5 spread in my life. Give me the Panthers -2.5. Over under's low too. It's 41 in a hook. But what do you got to say on that one?
No, I agree with you. I think this is like one of those storylines. It seems like that's a recurring thing this year. With Von Miller going back against the Rams, Russell Wilson going up against his former team in Seattle week 1, and then the Browns. What do? They push Baker to the side, say we want our, Deshaun Watson. And then what happens? The Panthers go out, sign Baker Mayfield. Turns out they're playing each other week 1, and Deshaun Watson's probably missing, he's missing 11 games or an extended period of time this year. Yeah. So I agree. I think the Panthers are going to be, a team to look out for this year. I think Baker Mayfield goes out there and makes a statement.
They're gonna be a good football team, and it's a lot of fuckery going on here this year because you know something. Ironically, Deshaun Watson comes back for Houston week. Like, give me a fucking break. Give me a break.
That's crazy.
That's absurd.
Is it crazy, or is it someone pulling some strings?
Right. But there's some weird fuckery going on, but look, I love it. I love these types of games.
This is. Would you say this is probably one of the best games? Like. Best plays of the week?
That's double starred on my piece of paper. It's double starred. Okay. That's my play of the week. Panthers -2.5. That's what I'm going to look forward to.
Not only they have the big quarterback, they probably have the McCaffrey's healthy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one, and I'm really looking forward to watching that game. Now we go into the AFC South, where the Colts head into Houston as -8-point favorites.
This is a teaser play to me.
Right.
I like them straight up, but this is a play I'm looking to tease, get that down a little bit under one possession. But I think this is Colts all the way. Houston, just like Chicago, a team I'm going to be fading early on. I think they're going to be awful this year with Davis Mills and whoever they have company. I think Colts, after last year, after that Jacksonville blunder at the end of last season and missed the playoffs, they go out to get Matt Ryan. I think they want to go out and make a splash week 1 against, a division rival in Houston. 8, I think they win by multiple scores. I wouldn't mind laying the 8, but I would even feel better to tease it down and, get it under 7.
Perfectly said. The over-under is 47. I think we'll just stay away from that. I think exactly what you said. We're going to look to tease it. We're going to look to pair it with something like the Niners or maybe the Pats or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But look, that's the 1 o'clock slate. All right, let's jump into the 4 o'clock slate. First game on the 4 o'clock slate.
Bring it on.
Is the New York Football Giants heading down to Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are laying 5.5 with an over-under of 43 and a hook.
I mean, like we said about the Jets, I think same thing applies to the Giants. Until they prove they're a team that could win some games. I think it's a fade the Giants. I think the Titans -5.5. Derrick Henry's back. And I think that's probably, I mean, I
That's
know they lost
really
AJ Brown, but Treylon Burks, whatever, could they stop Derrick Henry? I mean, I think there's the Titans.
Henry's gonna go for $150, about 2 tugs, and it's just gonna be a Henry show. It's gonna be King Henry back in Nashville. And at
This is
five and
like
a
a
half,
this is like a 24-17 type of game to me.
24-17. Yeah, I don't hate that. I also don't hate. I mean, their money line's at 260, 5.5. Maybe their money line gets thrown in a parlay. Let's go to your game of the week, Wiz. 4:25 start, U.S. Bank Stadium. Packers going to Minneapolis. Like, -1.5 for the Pack. How do we feel?
I hate to say it. I mean, there's no way I'm betting Minnesota.
There's no way
But
anyone in that group that we're with should bet Minnesota.
but it seems like a trap line to me. Like Minnesota is going to be better than they were last year. And remember week 1 last year, Packers against the Saints?
I do. Wasn't it like 3.5 or something like that?
I got knocked out of my survivor pool because of it early week 1. I think, offensively, I think we're going to go through some growing pains to start. I think it's going to take, maybe a couple weeks to really figure things out and get going. I'm not going to say we're going to lose this game, but we're on the road. It just, I'm not confident.
That's scary coming from a Packers fanatic, I'll tell you. But I think these Packers, I bet them a lot last year, and they were always somehow in the range of like -3, -4.5, and I would hammer the spread and it would come through. I think that after seeing week 1 versus Saints, that game was fucked up from the beginning. Did they play in like Jacksonville or some bullshit? They played at a neutral site because
Not that game. I think it's that game.
I mean, I think that was I'm 99% sure the Saints stadium was on fire or some shit like that, and they played at a neutral site. I'm pretty sure.
I need to look this up. I don't remember that.
While you hit the database, I'm gonna announce the next game. Look, Kansas City's.
Wait, so hold on.
What? I'm right.
Who's your bet? You said.
I'm gonna take the Packers for sure.
You're right. It was in Everbank Field, Jacksonville. Yeah.
Right.
I don't remember that for some reason.
Something happened with the Saints Stadium. Might have been a flood. Might have been a fire, and they needed a neutral site game, and they went to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So that happened, and it was just not.
Listen, I'm not saying we can't win this game. I think, like we said in the preview, I think we win this division. I think our defense is going to be phenomenal. And I think offensively we're going to figure it out. But this just week 1 on the road against a division rival, we usually split. -1.5 just seems like a little fishy of a line to me. And I think Minnesota is going to be better. I do. I think their offense is going to be. They're going to be able to put up points. And I don't know. I just think there's better plays out there.
It's gonna be a good game to watch. I'll tell you something. When it's up on like the right corner of the screen, nice. Fired up. Now we head down to Glendale, Arizona, where the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Arizona Cardinals, and the Chiefs are laying 4.5.
You got this?
You're not gonna be able to see it.
I can't see it, but I have a feeling it's gonna be you're big on the Chiefs.
You're wrong. Cardinals spread, home dog, giving me again. I'm loving the home dogs. Give me K1. Give me K1. Give me Hollywood.
Upset alert.
Give me upset alert. Upset alert. Give me K1. Hollywood Brown. Doop doop doop. Do what they gotta do.
I don't mind that. I got a lot of Brown shares this year.
Give me all of that at the 4:25 start. CBS, nice little lock in. Gonna have a nice bob in the hand. What time is that gonna be? 1:25. I'm excited.
Dude,
K1.
How about that? You wake up at 10. You kick up at 10 o'clock.
I'll tell you one thing. That's going to be amazing. And it's going to really fucking suck when we come back. And that following Sunday is at 1 o'clock.
I know. But I'm not even going to say anything about this game. I'm not going to ruin your upset alert. That's just.
You're going to ride? We're going to ride.
Let's keep it trucking.
All right. Where are we going this weekend?
Vegas.
They're taking on the Chargers in SoFi Stadium. Chargers -3.
What sucks is Vegas isn't home.
That would have been dangerous. I already looked up how far it is to get to the Charger Stadium. It's about 4 hours.
So you said the Chargers are 4.5 favorites?
3.5. Actually 3 flat. 3. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that makes a big difference. I'm taking the Chargers -3.
Done. Phenomenal pick. Love it. Herbie
I think
season.
the Chargers I believe in their offense. I believe in their defense acquisitions. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack are going to be able to get this done.
Done.
Yeah.
Nothing more I could say. I drafted Herbie. He's going to
light it up. At home in a big division game.
I'll tell you something, though, real quick. SoFi Stadium is making a lot of money this weekend. I'll tell you that right now. 2 home games in the same week? Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you head to Sunday Night Football. Tampa Bay Bucks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Tampa is -1.5.
They played week 1 last year, too.
Was that week 1?
Yeah. The Thursday game where Brady had that comeback drive. Yeah.
Was Amari Cooper going absolutely bonkers last year? I think also.
So did AB.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the Thursday night game. That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, this dog's just not going to stop.
It's all right. She wants to be part of the podcast. It's okay.
But yeah, so we got the what was this?
Tampa Bay Bucks -1.5.
I'm taking the Bucks. Again, Dallas's offensive line really worries me, and I think the Bucks will have their way.
I think we're gonna have to bet on Tom until he fails us. I think that's gonna be the motto this year. Just take Tom and fucking ride with him till Father Time calls. But I think you're right. Tampa Bay -1.5, great line. I'm going to take it with you. And now, Monday night, it's going to be the most hated game of the week just because we're going to be back home. It's going to be brutal. But Denver Broncos head over to Seattle.
So I remember I was talking to someone about a month or 2 ago, and we were looking at the lines early. And I remember it was like Denver was -4. And I said that line was way too low. And I think it's all the way up to what, 6.5 now?
I got 6 right here on the screen.
6. I think this is Denver all the way. I know we touched on it briefly before. I know how you said the Panthers, which I agree. And I think the Broncos for the same reason. Seattle was awful last year with Russell Wilson. Now they lose Russell Wilson. They put in Geno Smith. I don't know how they're going to compete against this Russell Wilson Broncos team. I think Seattle's going to be a mess this year. I think it's going to be a dumpster fire. I'd be surprised if Pete Carroll comes back for another season. Yeah, I'd be surprised if this is anything less than a multiple score game.
Breaking news on the pod. Don't know if you know, Bakhtiari is set to start.
Oh, wow. That's good news.
I don't know if you knew that.
I just got it too. Yeah, that's big news.
That's big time for the Pack.
He got hurt, and then he didn't play at all last year, which was surprising. Then he came back that one game, missed the playoffs.
Right.
So it seemed like he had a setback. So no, that's great news.
That's good news. That's honestly, that's a good way to wrap this up. I mean, ended off on a good note. We got a lot of picks.
So besides the Panthers, which is your max play, give me your top 2 other plays. So Panthers is 1. Who's your next 2?
As a degenerate and as the type of guy I am, I hate it, but top play number 1, Panthers. Top play number 2, you're looking at them.
Really? Against the
Bills?
You're
looking at them. It's going to be a big profile game, high profile game. And I just can't wait to feel the atmosphere of the sports book. People are going to be going crazy. I'm excited.
And here's the thing. It's close to a pick'em. So you're either going to win or you're not. Either you're going to win or you're going to lose.
Flip the coin. Flip the coin. Flip the coin, brother. And then, honestly, there's a lot of stars on this piece of paper. But I'll put it to you like this: Panthers are 1, Rams are 2, and the next one that I got starred is the Niners spread. That's my top 3 right there.
Yeah, so mine would probably be I'm with you with the Panthers. I like the 49ers. I'm big on Denver. I like Denver a lot this week. I like Denver a lot.
I like it.
So yeah, that's a preview. That's a preview,
it,
boys.
I'm very, very, very happy that we're back. It's football season. And look, like the video. If you're still here, subscribe to the channel. It could only help us. And look, a lot of content coming this weekend. It's going to be a big weekend, and I'm excited.
Football, NFL, college football. Hell, we got the U.S. Open going on. MLB still going. We got hockey coming back. Good time to be
You forgot the bread and butter. You forgot the bread and butter.
UFC.
Bang. Bang. I love it.
All right, boys.
Be good.